In this episode, number 41 of Wesley's Journals, we come across a situation, I believe in Newcastle, where a group of comedians choose to mock the Methodists and, of course, mock God. And we see what happens to them, which I can only take as being a direct judgment of God against them for their folly. But let's read and see what happens. Monday the 31st of October 1743, we set out early in the morning and in the evening came to Newcastle. Wednesday, November the 2nd, the following advertisement was published. For the benefit of Mr. Est, by the Edinburgh Company of Comedians, on Friday, November the 4th, will be acted a comedy called The Conscious Lovers, to which will be added a farce called Trick Upon Trick, or Methodism Displayed. Now, Wesley writes as one who was there, I think. On Friday, a vast multitude of spectators were assembled in the Moot Hall to see this. It was believed there could be not less than 1,500 people, some hundreds of whom sat on rows of seats built upon the stage. Soon after the comedians had begun the first act of the play, on a sudden, all those seats fell down at once, the supporters of them breaking like a rotten stick. The people were thrown one upon another about 5 foot forward, but not one of them were hurt. After a short time, the rest of the spectators were quiet, and the actors went on. In the middle of the second act, all the shilling seats gave a crack and sunk several inches down. A great noise and shrieking followed, and as many as could readily get to the door went out and returned no more. Notwithstanding this, when the noise was over, the actors went on with the play. In the beginning of the third act, the entire stage suddenly sank about 6 inches. The players retired, and with great precipitation. Yet in a while they began again, and the latter end of the third act, all the sixpenny seats, without any kind of notice, fell to the ground. There was now a cry on every side, it being supposed that many were crushed in pieces. But upon inquiry, not a single person, such was the mercy of God, was either killed or dangerously hurt, 200 or 300 remaining still in the hall. Mr. Est, who was to act the Methodist, came upon the stage and told them, for all this he was resolved that the fast should be acted. While he was speaking, the stage sunk 6 inches more, on which he ran back in the utmost confusion, and the people, as fast as they could, out of the door, none staying to look behind him.